Hello and welcome back to the Daily Refresh. Our scripture for today comes from Ephesians chapter 5 verses 1 through 2, and they read, "Imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ." And another version says, "Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God." Now, of course, in this image, we can't help but see the word love, right? And so that is what a lot of what we do should be founded around, is our love for Christ, and then that will continue to emanate for our love for our fellow man, because of the love that we have for Christ and the example that we're trying to follow. Therefore, imitating God and imitating Christ, then that will exude this love for others, because that is what they were. They are love, and therefore, if we're imitating them, we too should be showing love. From the YouVersion Bible app, the devotion is "Be imitators." Children learn to function in real life by imitating those around them. They learn to speak by listening to their family's words and copying what they hear. They learn to interact with others by observing how their loved ones interact with others. They learn what's culturally and socially appropriate by watching and imitating. Learning by imitation doesn't stop in childhood. Adults, too, will often reflect those closest to them, as well as their environment. Perhaps that's why, while writing from the confines of Roman prison, the Apostle Paul gave the believers in Ephesus this heartfelt charge. Imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children. And that comes from Ephesians chapter 5, verse 1. Paul knew that loving and reflecting God was foundational. What we observe will get repeated and eventually passed along. The fancy word for this concept is discipleship, where we learn from those we trust and teach others what we've learned. Regardless of where you're at in life, we're all being discipled by something. That's why we should carefully consider who we are listening to and following. By choosing to imitate Christ, we become more like him day by day. Who are you imitating? And if you think about all of the places we can see news or different videos, different movies, I mean, there's no shortage of the media that we can take in on a daily basis. And we think about what we are watching and what we're listening to, we do have to be very, very careful what we allow to enter our mind, body, and soul, and our spirit, because those can rub off on us, and then we start to imitate them. Sometimes unawares, sometimes on purpose. But when it's all said and done, we should be fully focused on imitating God. Because if we're imitating him in everything that we do, then that's how we're able to live this life filled with love. Until tomorrow, God bless you.